Hi there, this is Jason Eagle, your natural health authority for strategic healing, today with another Feature Friday. And this is one that it's kind of been stewing on my brain. I saw it, I've seen it for a lot of years, but finally I can't help myself from saying something. And that is long nails, long fingernails, women with long fingernails. Is it good? Is it okay? Or is it bad? It's actually bad, and here's a new thing I'm going to tell you about how bad it really is. One, first of all, you get exposed to a lot of chemicals, especially toluene is this thing that they use in nail polish remover as well as nail polish. It helps it to dry. If you go to a nail place and the acrylics and you see the ladies with the face masks on it, it doesn't really help. People who work in the nail industry have very high incidences of lung cancer as well as other cancers, brain cancers. So that's one thing. But here's another thing you may have not thought about whatsoever, okay? I noticed this, I've noticed it for a long time, but it recently came to my memory or my observance again when I went to Best Buy to buy something at the store. And the lady at the checkout counter had these really, really long nails. And she was working at the computer and she's touching the screen. And if you have long fingernails, when you normally touch a screen or touch a button or something like that, you touch with your fingertip like that, which was weird design. And I'm going to get into the design, how neurologically this is what we're supposed to do. And when you don't touch something like this and you have to pick things up. So she's touching the screen like this and have her hands very arched back, which means she's using her extensors, not using her flexors. What that does is it sets up a neurologic, not only in the brain, but also in the arms and the hands, the fingertips. So number one, you're always having to be in this arched position. You see them driving the car like this and touching the screen like this and things like that. And you can't fully grip because the fingernails don't allow it. So which means you're setting up a bad neurologic signal. Your whole neurologic system is automatically designed to grab and grip things like this. But when you're having to interface with the world like this, it sets up this kind of fight or flight response. That's what you would do when you're trying to back away from something. So it's always triggering this fight or flight response. It's always triggering this want to fight or want to be scared, whether you know it or not. Just by being in this architecture, this neurologic signal is going on. So that's one thing that's bad. It's stress on the system, which is the stress on the brain, and the neurologic system is stress throughout the whole body. It ages you faster. It actually will make you lose intelligence because you're using this neurology, you're misusing it, and you're overusing one thing and underusing another thing, which, you know, when they sent the astronauts up to space and they were in weightless gravity, they came back and their body shrunk, their bones shrunk, and their brain shrunk. They literally lost intelligence because their brain says, if you're not going to use it, then I don't need it. Number two is your fingertips. You actually have what's called biophotonic emissions. And I got this again, got really heated up to do this video. I was listening to an NPR story. It was one of those moth radio shows, and it was about a guy who wanted to be a fighter jet pilot, but he decided to be a doctor instead. His parents wanted him to be a doctor, and he didn't want to do it, but he ended up being a doctor instead. Instead of being a cardiac surgeon, so he wanted to be the hardest thing that there possibly could, he became a hand surgeon. And what he said about hands is it is still the most difficult surgery around. It's not brain surgery. It's harder than brain surgery because you got to reconnect all of the nerves and everything like that. And one of the things he said about what your hands are is you see with your hands. You close your eyes and you don't only see with what you touch, but you see from a distance. So it's kind of like Star Wars where you're sending energy. It's what's called biophotonic emissions, and it comes right underneath the fingertips. So if you're not able to touch things with your fingertips and you have to touch it with the pads, you're not sending the signals to, you're not seeing the world, you're not interfacing with the world, and you start to lose abilities. So that's one of the things that I would say, okay, what we've learned about high heels. Okay, high heels is something that was given to us as an attractiveness. Who decided to have high heels? You know, obviously somebody said, hey, that looks good. And I agree, looking at the calves, but is it okay? It looks good, but it's harmful for you. It really harms your brain as well. It harms your legs. So is it worth it? And if something that we were given in society that says, hey, this is supposed to be better for you, it makes you look more attractive, but yet it takes away, so it gives you one, but takes away three. How good is that? So one of these things, it's best to maybe say, okay, I'm only going to do it so much, or how much am I really going to do it? And another thing is your fingernails are designed to breathe, and with women that have these acrylic nails, even the shorter acrylic nails that are always on your fingertips, it's like wearing contacts. Contacts are a blockage on your eyes, and your eyes are supposed to breathe with oxygen, and it injures your eyes, just like the fingernails, always having a glue on or press on or a paint, an acrylic or something like that that stops the breathability of your fingertips. It's not healthy for your fingers. It's not healthy for your fingertips. But it's the thing I wanted to get across for this is it's not healthy for your brain. It ages you faster. It's a ticket to things like Alzheimer's and dementia and things like that. Not just because of the chemicals, and which that's part of it, but it's because of the reduced neurologic sensation, the reduced neurologic actability on the world. You are acting like, you know, a person, like for instance, holding your fingers like that. If a person said had brain damage or was mentally retarded or something like that, that's how they work. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how they were made. But if we are in a perfectly healthy person are instituting these things through, you act like that, eventually you will become that. So if you can't use your hands correctly, eventually you won't be able to use your hands correctly. And then what your hands give to you, oh my goodness, it's so many other things. You won't be able to interface with life the way that you were designed to. And it actually degrades you on all levels. So it's one of these hidden things. Wearing high heels, it ain't good for you. It may look pretty, but it's not good for you. Wearing the big nails, it may look pretty, and that's even arguable, but, you know, is the things that are truly pretty, are attractive, should be healthy for you on all levels. Otherwise, then it's something that it's a bait and switch. You took something and are doing something that's actually harmful for you. And it's better to find things that are healthy for you all the way around. Looks good, feels good, sounds good, is good. Looks like a duck, must be a duck. Okay? So these are one of these hidden things that we've developed or came to, and then it's our choice. Now it's our choice, but it's a choice that you didn't know about. You didn't know that you were getting that with that choice. Well, now you know, and so you can make a better choice. And better choices lead to a better future, and a better future is what we're all looking for. So, till next time, bye-bye.